If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I don't need a tag.
I'll be running my mouth cause I know whose I am. Child of the king if you don't understand. I don't listen to nothing that don't come from my father. It's never good enough for them, so why should I bother? Cause all it's gonna do is lead me to acting up. And I don't wanna fight you cause I'm covered by the blood. I know he's guiding me, redirect my energy. So if I fall on my back's against the wall, cause I know God's always up to something. Don't understand what it does, but I know it's something. Always working for my good, cause I know he love me. So I'ma stand on it, you know how I'm coming. I know my God's always up to something. God's always up to something. Nah, I ain't running from it. I'ma stay right here, cause he's up to something. God's always up to something. Don't understand what it does, but I know it's something. Always working for my good, cause I know he love me. So I'ma stand on business. I know my God's always up to something. Oh, nah, I ain't running from it. I'ma stay right here, cause he's up to something.
You're not rocking with your favorite DJ.
It's what y'all been waiting for, ain't it?
Dr. Miss Jones. Dr. Miss Jones. Dr. Miss Jones.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Happy Women's History Month. You're tuned into the Me and Miss Jones show. I'm your host, Dr. Miss Jones. Well y'all, I have had a busy week. It's affected my voice a little bit, but I'm pushing through. So last time I left you on last Sunday, I went to a gospel brunch and comedy show. I performed some comedy there at Comedy in Harlem. Shout out to Jamie Roberts and Nikki Sunshine for owning the only black comedy club in New York City. We had an amazing time. You know, last Sunday was my mama's birthday, so we sang to her. Shout out to the organizers of the show host Vanetta Schofield, and Nicole McSwain. They were on the show last week. And we had a good time with all the comics. Mark Henderson, Rashad Bashir, Lotta Marie came up from Houston. And of course, shout out to all my support. Of course, Moms was there. Eleanor, Miriam, and Lance. We had a good time. All right, what else did I do this week? Monday, I covered a Black History program at Newburgh Free Academy. Shout out to Ada Freeman for inviting me. She organized the event. And shout out to BET Kingdom Businesses, Chandre Broomfield. He was the guest speaker. And he is from the area. It was so inspiring to see someone from the area really making it big and giving back. And he did an amazing job on his speech. Shout out to Moms, Tanya and Eleanor for hanging out with me. Then on Friday, I covered another Black History Program event. This one was in Kingston, New York. They opened up an exhibit for boxer Floyd Patterson. We had a great time there. Shout out to Moms for coming out. And then yesterday, y'all, I'm tired. I had 2 shows. One was up in Albany. I hosted a surprise 60th birthday party for Doug. Happy birthday, Doug. Shout out to his wife, Marie, for inviting me. And it was like a little family reunion because Acute Inflections, they sang. They are a jazz duo. So we had a good time. It was 125 people. Your girl got a standing ovation. Ow. So we had a good time. And the food was good. You know, a lot of times you go to these events and they're at hotels and the food is like, the food was good. Okay, I didn't even eat a lot. I never eat when I have an event, when I'm performing. But they had some Jamaican food, so I was like, I'm gonna just nibble a little bit. We had some fish, some chicken. We had rice and peas, cabbage. Let me see what else. Oh, Rasta pasta. Okay, we had some sweet potato pudding, and the cakes were delicious. Oh, so I had to get a little bit, a little taste. So we had a good time. Shout out to DJ R&B. He came up all the way from North Kakalaki. So we had an amazing time. Of course, Moms was hanging out with your girl. What else? Oh, my second event was in Fishkill, New York. I hosted Hazel's 70th birthday party. Shout out to DJ Seven Spirits. He DJ'd. Awesome gospel DJ. Thank you, Chanel, for booking a sister. We had a good time. I did some comedy. We did some trivia, karaoke, did all the line dances. So your girl is tired. I got home. It was like midnight. I was like, well, dang, my first event was at 12 noon. So, yeah, I did a lot yesterday. So we gonna work on the voice. I got my cough drops and water here. Well, we got a great show today, y'all. We got Minister Jason Crawford coming on. He's going to be doing words of inspiration. We have recording artist Andre Rainey, a.k.a. Noodle Noo. He's going to come on and share some of his new music. We got comedian Shermelle, boss lady Coleman coming on. She's going to share her journey and help me spill some tea. We got that holy tea around here. Sister needs some tea for her throat. And we got a.k.a. Chapter President Nicole Butcher coming on. She is going to share her journey and some events that's going on. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is in the clubhouse. We got a lot of people in the clubhouse already. We got Shermelle in here, Nicole Lay. Of course, Moms is up in here, Noodle Noo in here. Let's see, we got Pastor Prince in here, Ellen, Ashley, and Can. All right, y'all, you know our lineup is Sunday Best. So I always like to start the show off with some music from some of the BET Sunday Best winners, judges, and hosts. I started it all off with some new music from one of the judges, Miss Kiara Kiki Sheard. The song was called Guts, God's Up to Something. Next up is some music from one of the contestants, Keithia D. Rollerson, as well as Donald, Ashley, and Millennium. The song is called There's No Way. Make sure you keep it locked right here both hours, right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones.
Here we go. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, clap them hands in here. There's no way I can make it without you. I need you to make it through. My life would be empty without you. I need you to make it through. Oh, oh,
There's no way I can make it without you. I need you to make it through. My life would be empty without you.
Shield is a new technology that allows us to be in the fight with you. You fight to deploy your defense, while we fight to deploy a community of defense to your location. The Protected Pepper uses Bluetooth to sync seamlessly with our Shield community app, which allows your device to automatically alert a list of your trusted contacts that you have deployed your pepper spray. Not only will your loved ones be alerted to your emergency, but they will be provided your location to get help to you immediately. We didn't intend to create the safest, most effective pepper spray on the market. We intended to reimagine what is possible in a personal protection product. This is the Protected Pepper with Shield technology, available only from Damsel in Defense.
Y'all know what time it is. It's birthday time. That's right. This is the part of the show where I like to give a shout out to all the people that are having birthdays this week. If you are in the clubhouse and it's your birthday this week, or you know somebody that's having a birthday, go ahead and put it in the chat. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Damsel in Defense. That's right. That was the commercial on their pepper spray with technology, y'all. If you want to defend yourself, get yourself some of that pepper spray. When you spray it, it'll notify your loved ones where you are. So I think that's an awesome invention. Make sure that you visit my website, MissJonesProductions.com/partners to find out more on them. All right, let's go ahead and give these birthday shout outs. So today it is the birthday of rapper Method Man. He's turning 54. He shares his birthday with football player Reggie Bush, who's turning the big 40. Then on Tuesday, it's the birthday of R&B singer K. Michelle, who is turning 43. On Wednesday, it's the birthday of rapper Papoose. He's turning 47. Then on Thursday, it's the birthday of basketball player /actor /rapper /mogul Shaq. He's turning 53. On Friday, it's the birthday of comedian and actor Brandon T. Jackson, a.k.a. Class Clown. He's turning 41. He shares his birthday with comedian and actor Wanda Sykes, who is turning 61. All right, let's go ahead and go to the chat. Let's see. We ain't got no birthdays in the clubhouse. All right. So happy birthday to all of those celebrities and anyone else out there that's having a birthday this week. Get on out, have some fun. Don't sit at home looking at the four walls unless you got somebody to sit and look at the four walls with you. Well, y'all know how we like to do it here. We don't want to just sing to you. We want you to get on up and dance. It's called The Birthday Dance by Jules Judah. And keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones.
It's your boy.
It's another year. It's your birthday. Another year. You survived. It's another year. It's your birthday. Another year. You see through. It's another year. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Come on and clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Another year. It's your birthday. Another year. You're alive. It's another year. It's your birthday. Another year. You survived. It's another year. It's your birthday. Another year. You see through. It's another year. It's your birthday.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on and clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Look at your name and say,
It's your birthday.
I wish you joy.
Joy.
Come on.
More joy.
Say joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
More joy.
You peace.
Peace. More peace.
Say peace.
Peace.
Man, I wish you love.
Love.
We need
More love.
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 Man,
More
I wish you
love.
money.
Money.
Yeah.
More money.
More money.
Money.
Come
More
on.
money.
Go.
It's your birthday.
Come on.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Come on.
It's your birthday.
Clap your hands.
It's your birthday.
Clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Come on, say.
It's your
Come on, say.
birthday.
You may say that it's not my birthday.
Follow my lead and make it your birthday. I have a new mind, I have a new heart, I have a new spirit. Guess what, y'all? Stand by again.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Come on again.
It's your birthday.
Yes, sir.
It's your birthday.
Clap your hands.
It's your birthday.
Clap, clap, clap.
It's your
Do the
birthday.
birthday dance.
It's your
One more time
birthday.
to your neighbor.
It's your birthday.
I wish you joy.
Joy. More joy.
Come on, say
Joy. More joy.
and peace.
Peace. More peace.
Come on, say
Peace.
and I
More
wish you
peace.
love,
Love. More
eros,
love.
agape,
Love.
whatever,
More love.
money,
Money.
I need,
More money.
I want it.
Money. More
Clap
money.
your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Birthday dance.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your
Come on,
birthday.
clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Birthday dance.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
In January,
It's your birthday.
February,
It's your birthday.
March,
It's your birthday.
April,
It's your birthday.
May,
It's your birthday.
in June,
It's your birthday.
come on, in July,
It's your
let's go,
birthday.
in August,
It's your birthday.
July, in September,
It's your birthday.
in October,
It's your birthday.
November,
It's your birthday.
December,
It's your
whenever,
birthday.
clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Birthday dance,
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
clap your hands.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Birthday dance, yeah.
It's your birthday.
Oh,
It's your birthday.
everybody,
It's your birthday.
everybody just clap
It's
your
your
hands.
birthday.
And rock from side to
your
side.
birthday.
Let's rock from side
It's
to
your
side.
birthday.
I can see ladies tonight. So rock from side to side like it's your birthday. Hey, hey, Juice Judah. I see some fellas tonight. Come over like feel alright like it's your birthday. Old school. Sing it. Old school. Come on, clap your hands. Ha. Old school. Come on, clap your. Hey. Come on. Hey. Come on, do your dance. Hey.
Come and take your medicine today. Come and laugh your cares away. Come and take your medicine today. Come and laugh your cares away.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Me and Miss Jones show. I'm still your host, Dr. Miss Jones. Well, it is time to bring the funny. My next guest, you have seen her perform in clubs, colleges, and churches all around the world. She has shared the stage with comedians Hamburger, Face Man, and Colby Jack. I want y'all to show a lot of love to comedian Shermelle, Boss Lady Coleman. Hey.
How are you today?
I am doing wonderful. How you doing today?
I'm good, Dr. Jones. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm glad that you are on. Happy Women's History Month.
Absolutely. Women rock. You know
That's
we do.
right. That's right. Do you have a special woman in your life that you want to give a shout out to?
Absolutely. My mom, Dolly Cook. She's amazing.
Yes.
She has sacrificed so much for all of her kids and nieces and nephews. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to my mom's. My ride or die. It was her birthday last week, so we celebrated all of the day. So yes, so shout out to moms, my ride or die, my cheerleader, my purpose pusher. We have awesome moms. So I always like to tell everybody where I meet my guests. So I met you, I think we met at Comedy in Harlem. Am I right, girl? Because I can't remember.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Was it at the Ugly Christmas Sweater Party?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so it's been over a year. I don't think they did one last year. I can't remember them doing one, but yes.
No, not for 24.
Yes, and then you came out and supported me. I thought that was so nice. I did the comedy trivia bingo event for Black History Month. And I think that's awesome when comedians support other comedians. So
girl, it was so exciting. I was winning so many presents. That was my birthday week, and I was just killing the game.
Happy belated. So yeah, you won a couple things, right?
Yes, I did. I won a mixer. I won photos. I won a book.
Yes.
It was so awesome, girls. Come out, people. Come out to the next event.
Come out. I got another one coming this Saturday in Brooklyn at Confessions. So yes, come on out, 8:00. We have a good time.
Good presents.
Good presents. Yes, good ones. So let's get a little bit into your comedy journey. How did you get started, and what made you get started in comedy?
You know, I've always had a passion for comedy, and maybe like 30 years ago, I wanted to do it, but I was too chicken. So got married, had a family, recently separated from my husband, and a friend of mine was like, girl, you're funny. Go for it. Went to open mic, did really well my first night out, and I was like, you know what? It's my time.
All right.
It's been a year and a half, and I've just been all around. God has been so good to me. I'm telling you. I've been blessed. I've been traveling, meeting people, working with artists that I've watched on TV, girl. It's been a blessing.
That's dope. And you said you getting paid to do it. Don't sleep on that.
Not get paid, y'all.
Yes. Because you know when you start out, you like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this open mic. It's free. But yes, you done crossed over the line to getting paid. Hallelujah.
Absolutely. It has been a blessing, girl. You don't.
That's
you'll
beautiful.
know. You'll see me on TV. You'll know.
I know that's right. You better speak that. Yes.
It's coming.
Yes, that's awesome. And you also doing some acting now. You got a new movie coming out?
Yes, girl. I got into a movie. It's called Evicted. It's going to be released soon. So guys, look for Evicted coming out soon.
Now, where are they going to be able to find it? It's going to be in theaters? It's going to be online? Where it's going to be at?
Well, I believe it's going to be online, but on like a Tubi.
Okay.
So I'll give you guys more information as soon as they let us know exactly which platform it's going to be released on. But it's coming out in like the next 2 months or so.
Okay, so you're playing the landlord, Miss Tina. So you out here evicting people then.
Yes, girl. I'm a cougar evicting people.
Oh my God, today you a cougar, girl. I'm a cougar too. But you a cougar. You playing a cougar, so I guess people doing some things to stay in their house or what? To stay in the apartment.
Yeah, I'm just horrible as a landlord.
Oh,
you know what
God.
I mean?
My God.
Up here to trying to seduce all my little tenants that I'm attractive to.
Oh my God, today you got all men tenants. The women come in apply, they like, nah. You like, nah, this apartment has been rented already.
Yeah, but only the young ones.
That is hilarious. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and spill some of this tea. So you ready to spill some tea with a sister?
I am. Let's see what we got.
What kind of tea do you drink in real life? Just regular tea? Okay.
Yep, just chamomile for my stomach sometime. Relaxing.
Okay. I like a little bit of Lipton decaffeinated tea. I'm real simple, you know. I like the Starbucks medicine ball too, but here we spill holy tea. So you ready to spill this holy tea?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to a quick commercial, and we're going to come back and we're going to spill the holy tea. Y'all don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones, and Shermelle.
Introducing the Junk in the Trunk by Damsel in Defense. Our exclusive auto emergency kit contains everything you would need for any roadside his or her emergency. This 50-piece plus kit comes in a durable and reflective utility bag to store your items conveniently. Colorful heavy-duty jumper cables, a 5-in-1 waterproof whistle that features a compass, storage, mirror, and flint for emergency survival, along with a 36-piece first aid kit, battery-free LED flashlight, gloves, waterproof matches, 2 emergency blankets, 2 rain ponchos, a window ice scraper, flat and Phillips screwdriver, and a tire pressure gauge. So much reliable emergency gear for your vehicle. The Junk in the Trunk by Damsel in Defense. Be prouder than ever of the junk in your trunk.
All right, it's time to go ahead and spill this tea. You ready? Shermelle, you ready?
I'm ready.
Girl, what you doing? You went and got you some tea, huh?
Gotta get some pause for the cause.
All right, so Gayle King is supposed to be going to space as part of a female space crew. That's right, journalist and TV host Gayle King is joining an all-female crew going to space. So CBS just announced this on Thursday. So she's going with Jeff Bezos's company. It's called the Blue Origin. He's going to be sending them. So the crew is going to have Katy Perry, civil rights activist Amanda Nagoon, I guess that's how you say her name, NASA aerospace engineer Aisha Bowe, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, and philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, who is also engaged to Jeff Bezos. So this is the 11th human flight for Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, and it has flown 52 people so far. They started doing this in 2012. So a few other people that have flown are Michael Strahan, William Shatner, and Jeff Bezos himself. So Gayle decided to do it when her bestie Oprah said that this was an opportunity that was too big to pass up. So what's your thoughts on this?
I think being Oprah's best friend has paid off, girl.
Okay. You got to pick your best friends correctly now.
Okay, she did well.
Yeah, she did very well.
Exciting. I think it's exciting that these women, I mean, you used to have to be an astronaut or go to school for this type of thing, you know?
Exactly.
And now so many people are getting to experience our Earth from a different perspective. And especially as a black woman, I think it's exciting. I hope I hope it's a successful ride. I hope they make it back.
Yes.
But it's going to be great. Katy Perry, all these different women of color. What an adventure. I think it's going to be great.
Would you go?
Nah, I'm going to stay here and watch from down here.
I know that's right. I'm cool. I'm cool on that.
Coming back.
I'm cool. I can watch the stars right from here. Y'all take some good pictures, please. I am cool on that. I like the land right here. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, even in flying, I'm good. Right here to those 30,000 feet, so I can't imagine going way higher than that. No.
Yes. Bishop Banks got in the chat. Oprah was like, you should go, but I ain't going. She ain't going.
That's a good friend. You should go, Gayle. You should go.
Yeah. That's her purpose push. I'm just saying.
Because she ain't going with her. What kind of setup is that?
Okay. I'm cool. All right, so A$AP Rocky is still suing A$AP Rocky in a civil case. So last week, I think it was last week, we reported that A$AP Rocky was found not guilty in his criminal trial. So A$AP Rocky is still moving forward with a civil case of assault and battery. So on Wednesday, a judge set the case to begin on January of next year for the first trial date for the civil lawsuit. So the next hearing is going to be on May 28th. So we know A$AP Rocky was just acquitted in 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm on February 28th after being charged for firing at A$AP Rocky, who is a former A$AP mob associate. This happened in 2021. A$AP Rocky was arrested in 2022. So A$AP Rocky's lawyer said that it was a prop gun. And he was carrying it around for safety. Who is running around here with prop guns? I don't know. What you got a prop gun, girl?
Girl, I ain't got no prop gun.
You ain't got no prop gun? What you got? You got your pepper spray.
First of all, he about to get a prop behind whooping. Stop playing with people.
Prop
you
gun.
You gonna call it a prop gun? I'm gonna call it a real gun.
That's crazy.
But the sad thing is that if it was a prop gun, which they said it was, this is his friend. They call him A$AP Telly now. You know what I mean? Because he's telling a lot of lies.
Well, you know, the word on the curb is he asked him for $30 million. So, and he was like, yo, I ain't gonna do this civil case if you give me $30 million. Sound a little like Cassie. $30 million. Where you get that number from?
$30 million. That's extortion. First of all, even if he shot you in your hand with a prop gun, it's not worth $30 million. He didn't blow his hand off. He still has his hand.
Yeah.
And this was his friend. That's the sad part. These were friends. I trusted you. I count on you to be my boy. And the meanwhile, you're the person stabbing him in the back. It's horrible.
You gotta pick your friends right.
Yeah, man.
You got to
But he's
get
gonna
some
win.
notes from
He
Gail.
got off on the criminal charges. He'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Sometimes they be winning those civil cases. They lose the criminal, but they win the civil. So we'll see.
Right, because money talks. Yeah, money talks.
We'll see. I don't know, because you know, Rihanna got some good lawyers for him. She want her baby daddy free. So,
okay, she got her man free. You kidding me? They was in that courthouse cheering and dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. He know Rihanna.
Okay, the billionaire. Well, the Oscars are coming on tonight. So this is the 97th annual Academy Awards. They're coming on early too. They come on at 7 p.m. It's going to be from 7 p.m. to 10. So this is the second year that they're having it early. They said they want people to be able to watch everything and not have to go to bed. So the red carpet is starting at 6:30.
We work. We have jobs.
Yeah, having it on till 11, sometime 11:30. So they want people to watch the whole thing. So they starting them early now. Because when I saw 7, I was like 7, but they did that last year too. So they're going to air live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. It's coming on ABC. Some people to watch for the nominees that look like us are Cynthia Erivo for Wicked.
Oh, good.
Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. Ariana Grande for Wicked. So the Oscars were originally scheduled for January 17th. They got postponed due to the wildfires. So you're going to be watching them today?
Absolutely. I just like to watch the clothes, how they dress, or lack of dress nowadays, girl. Sometimes they wear invisible clothes. You can barely see them.
Okay. Yes, that's my favorite part too, that red carpet. See what the styles are, who wearing what. Because, you know, we don't have a lot of nominees. So it's like you got to watch for other stuff. The shenanigans.
Right,
hopefully.
you watch for like 3 movies.
Yeah. And the shenanigans, you know, like the slap. Stuff like that.
I think Conan's going to be really funny. He's hilarious any other time. So I can imagine tonight's going to be really good on there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. So, yeah, I'll be watching.
One day I'll be there. I'll be hosting the Oscars.
Amen. You better speak, girl. You better speak it into existence. Amen, somebody. Come on now. Come on, girl. All right,
girl. I'm excited.
All right, our last story is about model and actress Karrueche Tran dating former NFL and MLB star Deion Sanders. So, girl, they was out on a date recently holding hands. He's 57.
You don't know how to pick him.
He knows how to pick him.
That's right, young and beautiful. He ain't no fool. That girl is beautiful. Yes. She ain't no fool.
She said, forget Chris Brown and his foolery. Okay, I'm getting me an older man.
You know what it's like to have a young boy.
Yes.
Listen, everybody's making a big deal, but she's not a spring chicken. She's about to be 40 herself. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like he's picking up a 21-year-old child. No, she's a grown woman, have some life experiences.
She grown.
Right, she grown. She's not baby grown. She grown.
She grown. She's 36 and he's 57. I mean, it is a 21-year age difference.
Right, but women like maturing men. I mean, at the end of the day, we get tired of those boys.
Yes.
The problem is, he's just a doggy dog. But let me ask
girl.
Did you hear that she met him through his ex-fiance?
Girl, she was working with her on one of the shows. Right. She was the producer. Now that's a little bit dirty. That's just a little bit
that's where the tea kicks in. I don't mind the age. But how she get that name?
Girl, bye. How you acting on the set? I hired you. Now you got my man. Foolery. Right. You got to watch your man around. He can't come to the set. I'm sorry. All these beautiful.
It's sad, but you can't have those hotties around your husband no more, your fiance.
No, you can't even. You can't even hire. Just don't hire nobody that you think might want to get with your man. She probably was like, "Oh no, she's a baby. She's." These men be looking at the babies.
The maid got with her. Look at Maria Shriver. The maid got with her man. Your man.
She can't even speak English, girl. She was with Schwarzenegger. Don't play.
Okay, I had a baby and everything. Turned out all right.
Cher had a baby. The baby was a teenager when we found out they was messing around. Don't play. Okay. It's like, wait a minute. He don't look like whoever. He looked like Schwarzenegger.
He's gonna be all right. Deion doing his thing. He's making money. He's still successful. He's still good looking. He's all right.
Yes. Yes.
She just better not fall in love with him. You know, apparently he not dedicated to the lady.
But you know the thing is, he dated Tracy for 12 years and he didn't marry her. And she stuck by his side when he was sick. He had all those surgeries. I don't understand why he didn't marry her.
We give up so much of ourselves loving these men, and then what happened? They trade us in for a new model.
Girl, bye. 21 years though. I don't know. I don't want nobody 21 years younger than me or 21 years older. Like, you can't be my daddy or my son. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I would date young, but you can't be my son, doggone it.
Yeah, I don't want to be a sugar mama, and I sure don't want to be a sugar baby.
No, that's just a little bit too creepy for me.
Yeah, well, that's only because you're in their 30s and 50s. But if she was 50 and if she's like 40 and he was like 70, you'd be like, ugh, disgusting.
I don't know, 21 years.
You know, he still looks good.
He looks good. Yes, he does. He does look good. He's definitely dateable. Yes, so.
Yes,
we'll
he's
see.
shaved, he works out, he's healthy.
Yes. Got all his teeth. Yeah.
Well, we think those.
Well, you know, they could be implants. We'll count it.
But they pay for.
That's right. He ain't got no missing side teeth or nothing. So he good. Well, we gonna keep watching that. So tell us what you got going on. I knew you were part of the Black Women in Comedy Laugh Fest.
Yes, so I've been doing that this whole weekend. It's been a Black Women in Comedy Laugh Fest in New York from February 27th through March 1st. They've had over 60, 70 women from all over the country come to New York this weekend and perform in all these different venues. They have been hilarious, girl. The outpour has been amazing. We've had so much support. I want to thank Joanna Briley for putting this together and making it happen for all of us Black women, giving us a platform to perform and be seen. Thank you again. And to all the people who came out, oh my God, they've been so supportive. Friends and family and just, you know, fans of the comedy world.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, shout out to her. She's been doing this several years now. I was in it a few years ago.
The 6th annual. So come out next year, guys.
Yes.
7th annual Black Women Comedy Festival. We need you guys.
Yes. But you know, I feel like it's earlier this year because when I was in it, it was in the summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm new to this. So I just found it, auditioned for it, sent my tape, and they were like, come on, girl.
All right. Well, go ahead and give everybody your social media information, your website if you have one, so that they can keep in touch with you.
Well, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram as Shermelle Coleman, Boss Lady. It's SHERMELLE Coleman, COLEMAN, Boss Lady.
Boss Lady.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Now, tell me why they call you the Boss Lady.
Because when I walk in the room, I run things, girl. You kidding me?
Let me get you some snaps for that.
In life, in my comedy, everything. I run things.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, girl, I have truly enjoyed cutting up with you.
Dr. Jones, I appreciate you having me here. It has been such a blessing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you guys for listening.
Of course. We got to do some more work together.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, you have a blessed and wonderful day.
All right, sister. Thank you, guys. God bless you and have a wonderful day, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So we are celebrating Women's History Month. All month we're playing music from all the ladies. So this next one is by Linnell Grant. It's a new one. It's called Barmageddon. I love that name. So don't go anywhere. Y'all keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just a few beats in the bars, you feel me? I'm still pulling beats up off that hard drive. Can't let them pass me by, I'm on that far side. And I used to swear by my water sign, but now I fish for fishies where the water's high. And it's clearer than any cup of that Belvedere. These sophomore raps go hard as the sign that's ice back in freshman year. 4C still tight under bonnets, I 4C bands too. Still make a beat that you do your favorite little dance to. Still got that twinkle in my eye, and my mans too. Still will slay a demon if they try, in my clan too. Look if they book and we plan to. Rough and we tough with our hands glued. Face the floor, intercede. We got legs like centipedes. biscuits. Face the palm, empty me, cause the body under siege. Pull us from the pit like Corey pull the briskets. Centerpiece. Pull us from the pit like when he snatched the keys. Prince of Peace. They don't feel me though, but they the ones I feel the most. They the ones that click and post. They the ones I'm keeping close to my pen. Will I pass the test of maturity? It depends. Will I cop some mess on some foolery with my ends? No, because I'm grown now. And I know to check the interest on them loans now. And I know I cannot do this on my own now. And I know it's by the spirit that I'm known now. I've been in the mirror taking inventory face to face. I done switched the game but never dropped the ball and kept the base. I done gave them glory even when my feet were stuck in place and back against the wall. But ayo, don't she sound like what's his face? I do, and I don't. But either way it make no never mind. Sobered up my thoughts, so either way my flow forever wine. Better, better, better. Marvin Sapp, it ain't no better line. Dialing, dialing, dialing. Keep your cheesecake, I got Cinnabons. Icing with my dough, cause it's pricey when I go. These bars cost them just a little, so we liquidate the flow under the debt that was paid. I think you missing it. This ain't no performance, this is worship with the gift he give. I know what they call me, but he free me of a care to give. They can call me Spalding cause I bounce a ball like Jason Kidd. They can call me Rawlings cause I'm vintage, but I keep the Riz. They can call me Wilson, ain't a pick, I couldn't hit a slam. I'm just playing my position. Keep a decent brush, I'm just cleaning out my kitchen. Dishes piling up, I'm just trying to get a niblet. But ain't it hard to eat when everything is looking filthy?
That was fire. Barmageddon by Linnell Grant. I just found her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to start, playing some more of her stuff. All right, it is time to bring on the man of God. Before I bring him on, let me just remind everybody in the clubhouse, if they have a prayer request, they can go ahead and put it in the chat, and we will have the man of God pray for you. All right, so my next guest is a minister. I want y'all to show a lot of love to Minister Jason Crawford. Hey.
How's it going?
I am wonderful. How are you today?
I'm very good. I'm good.
Happy Women's History Month.
Same to you.
Go ahead and shout out a special woman in your life.
My mother.
Yes, you better shout your mama out.
Yeah.
She'll be calling you. Why you ain't shouting me out?
Oh, this is a heavenly shout out.
Oh.
But she's responsible for a lot of stuff I've done.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so sorry to hear that, though. So
it's okay.
I always like to let everybody know where I meet my guests. So we met online on social media. So I love everything that you're doing with that, and I invited you on the show. So thank you for accepting my invitation.
I appreciate the invitation.
So you are a triplet.
I am, yeah.
I always thought I wanted twins. I was like, that'd be kind of fun,
Yeah.
I don't have any kids, though, but I always thought maybe, I have some twins. So what is it like to be a triplet?
It's literally like being a broke celebrity.
Okay.
all the attention in the world, especially when people see you, but it doesn't come with a check.
Well.
Yeah. And then, people don't believe it when they see it. Actually, one of the dumbest moments of my life happened because I was a triplet.
Okay, and what was that?
This lady looked at all three of us. She screamed. She said, "Oh my God, are y'all three twins?" And we was like, "No, ma'am, we're not twins." And she said, "Okay," because I was about to say it, and then she walked off.
Oh my God, today.
So it was kind of shocking.
So tell me a little bit about your journey to ministering.
It's this roller coaster. It's something I've never wanted to do, and I think that's what drew me closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of weary of people that have a strong desire to do this, because it becomes more of a performance in that case.
Okay.
But I always say it like this: it's a lot easier to walk in the thing you've been running from. And ever since I made the choice to walk into it, it's just been ups and downs, hills and valleys, but I wouldn't change it.
Okay. So I want you to do the words of inspiration. So I always like to make sure that people can get some word for the week, because a lot of times people have not gone back into the church building since the pandemic. They got used to being home, watching it on TV, listening to it on the radio. So I like to make sure people got that nugget, some word for the week. So what has God put on your heart for the people today?
For sure. I can make it to women for this woman empowerment situation. You familiar with the story? I'm sure everybody is, with the woman with the issue of blood.
Oh, yeah.
Do you happen to know her name?
I do not know her name.
Yeah, her name is the woman with the issue of blood.
Well,
she was never categorized with a name.
Okay.
She was only categorized by her issue. And for 12 years, that's how they knew her. And but that never stopped her. So it's many things you can say about this woman, but she did not allow her current situation to paralyze her next steps.
Yes.
So in this world that we live in, I just want to encourage women that you are not what you've been through, but you're a product of what you've been through. And you can't allow what you've been through to discourage your story, because don't let nobody tell you that your story is not monetary, meaning there's money behind what you've been through. You just can't be ashamed about it. And that's my encouraging word. Real quick. God honors all of the things you do, and what you see as opposition is always God's opportunity.
Amen. Thank you so much for that encouraging word.
No problem.
All right, so just a reminder, people in the clubhouse, get your prayer requests in. The man of God is about to pray. I do have a lot of prayer requests. So many things have happened this week. So my friend, she's part of the crew, Carlene, her play aunt passed away, so she's traveling right now to go down to the funeral. Also, Lance, my friend Lance, his brother-in-law just had a stroke. So they're talking about putting him in hospice. And when they put you in hospice, they are basically expecting the end. So we just want God to move in that situation. We have had a lot of deaths this week. We have had Roberta Flack pass away on Monday. She was 88 years old. We also had soul and disco singer Gwen McCrae pass away this week. She was 81 years old. She was known for the song Rockin' Chair. We also had rapper Tyga's mom pass away. Her name is Pashiane Nagoon. I think that's how you say her name. She passed away. She was only 53 years old. That is so young. And then we had Gene Hackman, his wife and dog died. Yeah. And they found him. They had been dead for days. The neighbor did a welfare check. I guess she hadn't seen them or whatever. And they were found dead. It's very suspicious. We're not really sure what happened to them. Grammy-nominated singer Angie Stone passed away yesterday. She was only 63 years old. She was in a car crash. She was on her way home from a performance in Alabama. Then, of course, I want you to pray for these plane crashes. More planes have crashed this week. It's just ridiculous. It's almost like every day, every other day. And, of course, I want you to pray for the show, the Me and Miss Jones show, the listeners. All right, let me look in the chat. No prayer requests in the chat. And anything else that God has put on your heart to pray about.
100%. Before I pray, I do want to congratulate you on your doctorate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's not an easy feat, and that's worth celebrating.
Thank you.
I will say this also, because I lost a lot of loved ones in the past 2 weeks as well.
Wow.
And one of the things I'm going to really pray for in the moment is that there's a peace that passeth all understanding that comes with your relationship with God.
Amen.
That in the midst of troubling times, I'm praying that people look to you for strength, because you do not show you're not reacting the way they expect you to react. I got a couple of flights, and in the midst of crashing, I didn't have a lot of fear on the plane because they literally, I had people ask me, why you're not nervous? And I'm saying no, because I really believe God has me doing something. So in the midst of all this fear, if you just find your purpose and trust Him, that fear diminishes. So I pray for the grief of all the ones that have lost loved ones.
Yes.
I pray that your love, God, overshadows them. That in the midst of their pain, that you make your presence known to them, and that they cling towards you and not away from you. I pray for Dr. Miss Jones' show, that it continues to grow. It continues to just exceed expectations. I pray for low self-esteem in the midst of what's going on and how people try to define what women are and diminish who women have always been. I just pray that the self-awareness just keeps growing and the boldness just overshadows them as well. I pray for the gentleman that had a stroke. In the midst of my prayer, I want to testify that my father had a massive stroke and he's still here today.
Amen.
Parts of his brain medically proves that he shouldn't be talking, but he still preaches to this day. So in the midst of everything looking like it's wrong, again, opposition is always God's opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's only impossible until it happens. And God creates and does His best when stuff has never happened before. That does not mean God can't do it. So I pray all those things in Jesus' name. Amen.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much for that prayer. All right, so moving on, changing courses a little bit, you are also a musician. So what do you play?
I play keyboard and organ. I also produce music.
Okay, look at you. Do we know any of the people that you've produced or made music for?
I have not put music out yet. I'm really a perfectionist on that. But God has opened the door for that, because this time last year I only had 12,000 followers. Now I'm almost at 500K. So
that's dope.
It's a timing thing. I'm trying to figure this thing out with God. But I played for a lot of gospel singers, gospel artists, usually all the time, especially when they come to Chicago.
Now, how did you get your following up so much? I know you do a lot of content videos and act things out and stuff, and I'm going to play one of them in a second, but is that how you got it up?
So, two things. I'm actually writing a book on this.
Okay.
How to know the difference between followers and supporters. But all of it is two things. The first one is, I'm going to do a spiritual one and practical one. A spiritual one is basically consistency. Anything you're consistent at, you will grow at, no matter what.
Okay.
The practical thing is two. The first 3 seconds of everything you put out is the most important. And audio quality is more important than video quality when it comes to short form content.
Okay.
And thirdly, when you put out something that's relatable, that always generates a follower.
I like how you said the first 3 seconds is important, because you not find that people have a short attention span. They'll watch it real quick, and if you don't catch them boom like that, they gonna keep it moving. So I like that. Okay, well, we can't wait to read your book. So I'm gonna play one of your clips. It's
for
called,
sure.
I think you called it flight confirmation. No, you called it when the church secretary is too churchy.
You talking about that one?
Yes. So you were trying to get a flight confirmation and she was just too churchy for you. All right, so we gonna go ahead and play this clip. It's like a minute and a half, so don't go anywhere, y'all. Here we go.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm looking forward to coming to preach at your church. If you can do me a favor, can you repeat that flight confirmation number for me again?
Yes, sir, I can. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'll let you know when I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, you're looking at C for conviction. M for manifestation or manifest. Let me see here. This is a little small. I've got P for Timothy.
All right, was that first or second?
First, sugar.
First. Okay, all right.
Yeah. 1, 6, 7.
All right.
D as in Deuteronomy.
Oh, okay.
H as in holiness without which.
Yeah.
None shall see the Lord.
Without which none shall see the Lord.
Let me get myself together. I'm 2, man of God.
2.
6.
6.
And P for pericope, as in pericope.
P for what?
Pericope.
Pericope.
Yeah, like a section of a text.
All right. No, I got that. P for pericope. And lastly?
A as in ambiguity.
Come again? Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Okay.
Ambiguity.
Okay. All right.
Man of God.
A for ambiguity.
All right, that was funny. A for ambiguity.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Now, where you get these actors from?
So that was me doing that voice.
You were the female voice?
So on TikTok, you can do voiceovers and you can use AI to change the voice. I picked an old Mexican woman.
Oh my goodness. Now see, I need to get on TikTok more because I'm never on it. And I just forget about it. I always think Facebook, Instagram. So you can do all of that on TikTok. Like I would never know that was you.
Yep, you can.
That's crazy.
Yep, you can. I'll press a one button too. It doesn't take rocket science or anything.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I got to get my TikTok game up. So
and TikTok's a faster way to go viral as well.
Yeah. A lot of people are on TikTok. So many. Okay, I gotta remember to do it. I gotta do better. Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's a little different, like hearing it now, but seeing it, like seeing your facial expressions and being on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, this lady crazy. Timothy, she said, Timothy, you said first or second. So I love it. Do you have any upcoming events where people can see you or, you know, and invite people to your church?
I do. Me and my brothers are doing our first live show in Chicago, May 31st.
Now, what do your brothers do?
So my brother does a character. So we started our own entertainment business this year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We're all musicians. We're all actors, inspiring. They call us comedians, but we're just naturally dumb. That's all. I've never done stand up, but we do like making people enjoy themselves. And pretty much the skits and stuff. And then I have a podcast called Glad TV that we're doing live and live music, and some guests that's going to show up that should surprise a lot of people. That's May 31st in Chicago. Tickets and stuff will be out next week.
Who are the guests?
My friend comedian Barry Brewer will be hosting.
Hey, that's my friend. Tell him I said hey.
Will do.
Okay.
And he actually played organ for me when I preached one time.
Okay,
and, he's a really good organist as well.
Yes, I knew him before I was doing comedy. I was just hosting shows and stuff in LA.
Wow,
so, way back.
Nice.
Yep.
I was telling my guy, man, this world is getting smaller in a good way sometimes. How everybody seems to be connected.
Yes, it's a small world. It really is. It really is. Yep. Well, give everybody your social media information, your website if you have one, so that they can stay in touch with you.
Yep, you can find everything. All of it's the same name, but you can follow me on Instagram. It is Jason, spelled JAYSON _JVC.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And we're going to have to do some work together.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. You have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Let's go ahead and get back into some more great music. This next one is called Hold On to Your Faith. It's a new one by Dietrich Haddon featuring Demita. This is his ex-wife, Demita Haddon, and Tasha Page Lockhart. So I'm excited to hear this one. I'm like, oh, he working with Demita again. Okay. You know she can sing. So keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones.
It's Tasha. B.O.U. And guess who? Demita. Yeah. We back. Yeah.
Dark clouds hanging in your way. Hold on to your faith.
You can't see the light of day.
Just believe that I will make a way. You may not have no house on a hill.
Ain't got no money to pay your bills, but you gotta hold on.
Hold on to your faith.
Seems like time is passing by. Hold on to your faith. I can see the pain all in your eyes. You can't shake away the doubt and the fear. Even though you know the promise is near, yeah. Hold on to your faith. Lord have mercy.
Gotta do.
Gotta preach.
The doctor said I wouldn't make it. They had given up on me. Cancer thought it had me, but God has given me the victory. I'm living proof of what the Lord can do. If He done it for me, He's gonna do it for you. Hold on to your faith.
The Bible says that without faith, it's impossible to please the Lord. All I'm trying to tell somebody is hold on to your faith. Hold on. You got it. Whatever you do, whatever you do, hold on. Through the storm and the rain. Oh yeah, I got to hold on. You can't make me doubt it. I know too much about Him. Yeah. Don't let your faith fail you now.
My Lord. Oh, yes, God. Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Me and Miss Jones show. I'm still your host, Dr. Miss Jones. All right, up next, we have a recording artist. He was voted one of the top of New York's influential people. He has shared the stage with KRS-One, Joe Budden, and J. Cole. I want y'all to show a lot of love to Andre Rainey, aka Noodle Noo. Hey.
Good morning, everybody. Rise and succeed.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just doing my part and trying to save the world. That's all.
All right, now you better try and save the world, Superman.
How you doing, Dr. Jones?
I'm doing good. Happy Women's History Month.
Absolutely.
You want to give a shout out to an amazing woman in your life?
Yeah, I'll give a special shout out to my baby sister Tiana. She's a few hours, maybe even a few days away from having her third daughter. So, congratulations to her.
Oh, that's nice. So, I always like to tell everybody where I meet my guests. So, I believe I met you on Facebook originally, and then we finally met in person last year at Crystal Banks' birthday party I hosted and you DJ'd.
Yeah, that was a good event too.
Yes, we had a good time. And since then, we have done lots of shows together. We starred in a TV show together. We've just been doing our thing for a whole year. So it's been exactly maybe like a year and a month or something like that, because her birthday's in January.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yes. So you are multi-talented. So like I said, you DJ, you are a musical artist. So which one happened first? Were you rapping and singing first or DJing first?
I was rapping first. My uncle Troy, also known as Tricky T, back in the late '80s, he really introduced me to the format of writing music. I used to write songs with him, and I think when that was in 5th grade. I was about 10 years old. And then when I was 13 for Christmas, my father bought me some turntables. So it just kind of went hand in hand. You get the turntables, you start playing some instrumentals, and you just start rapping, writing your songs. So, but the artistry of music, composing came first.
Wow, that is so young. I love it when kids, they start young, they find their way young, and they have a passion, early. So that's beautiful. So yes.
Yeah, that's great. My mom and dad were both heavy into music. So my father, he loved all kind of music too. West Coast rap music, jazz. My mother was a Motown, disco, old school hip hop. So yeah, we had a lot of genres in the music playlist.
Okay. And so I love it that your lyrics are known for social justice. You have songs like Black Father and Hope. It's not just a bunch, now it's like, oh, let's go to the club, let's drink. But, you have something to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I always looked at the music industry like the food industry. Like it's better when there's a variety to choose from. But unfortunately, you'll see more McDonald's than you'll see any healthy restaurant.
Yes,
so
lots of
sometimes you got to kind of look for it if you want to hear it. But
yes,
it's definitely there.
Yes, I love it. So let's talk about your new single, Superstar, which is so appropriate for Women's History Month. So tell us about that.
So Superstar was produced by my brother Omid G from Peekskill. He reached out to me a couple of years ago, and we've worked together since we were in high school. We just never did a project together. So he reached out to me saying, it's time that we do something together, and we actually completed four projects. So we have this series of EPs coming out called the theme is Inspire, and the ultimate idea is to inspire to change the world. So one of the beats that he sent me, I heard the beat, fell in love with it, and I created the song called Superstar. And I just thought it was necessary after seeing, you see a lot of stuff on the news, on TV, on YouTube, and you hear a lot of things, you read a lot of things, and sometimes inspiration comes from just paying attention to what's going on around you and listening to the music that's out there now, and how the women are being portrayed, and even how the men perceive women now. I just kind of felt like this was a necessary song. Plus, on top of that, I have 3 beautiful daughters, so I want them to hear my music one day and say he was on the right path.
I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and play it. Superstar by Noodle Noo. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones, and Noodle Noo.
Let's go.
Baby, you're a superstar, you're so fly. I see you and I know I want you. I need you. I know you've been through it all, but know I want you.
No matter what you've been through,
I need you.
Baby, check. This for the women that steady dealing with pain. Every time you gave your all, it ended up in games. It got you to a point where you don't even move the same. Even if it's not your fault, we see the change. But I want your love, so heal yourself first. Look in the mirror, queen, and see your self-worth. Cause you were destined to be great since birth. But you can't give me love when your heart's hurt. And nothing's harder than getting over the past. A daughter without a dad, a mother that's doing bad. But look, you're better than anything that you've been through. All you gotta do now is continue. And yeah, I know they say they want a woman with them thighs. You see the videos with naked women in their rides. I'll tell you a secret, this might be a surprise, but a real man really wants a woman with a mind right. Nothing fast, we don't care about the drama life. We want a woman that our aunties and our mamas like, that can kick it with our sister on a Friday night, talking real sophisticated, that Michelle Obama type. You were hurt though, I understand. Pain takes a toll on anyone without a plan. I apologize on behalf of every man, but as you heal yourself, you glow, and I'm your biggest fan.
You're a superstar, you're so fly. I see you and I know I want you. I need you.
Talk to him.
Cause baby, you're a superstar, you're so fly. I see you and I know I want you.
I want you, girl.
I need you.
I need you, girl.
Baby, you're a superstar, you're so fly. I see you and I know I want you.
I want you, girl.
I need you.
I need you, girl.
Baby, you're a superstar, you're so fly. I see you and I know I want you.
I want you, girl.
I need you.
I need you, girl.
Baby, you're a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
A superstar.
All right, I like that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was my daughter at the end.
You know I was gonna say that. Z2.
Z2, little mama head. Yeah.
Yes.
At the end of the show.
Zanaya. That's so cute. It's really a catchy song. Very catchy.
Yeah.
You know, I love some singable hooks that you could just remember, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna be singing that. Going around the house singing it, and just a positive message. I love it. So you know I gotta have you do some freestyle, some rapping. So I'm gonna go on and put this beat on. Is a Biggie beat good? We got Juicy. That's good for you.
Yeah, Biggie beat works.
Biggie, okay.
Let's see if I can hear it. Check. Open up behind the beat. Here we go. Yeah. You see, I woke up this morning with the sun shining bright as could be. I swear that sun shining right on me. Said it's time to make a change. I said, please give me that MIC, and I'll make sure that y'all see what I see. From the bottomless pit to the top of the crop, where poverty speaks. From the wars overseas to the war in our streets, we got brothers killing brothers over colors with heat. Single mothers raising youngins cause the fathers were creeps. Time for a change. Change their whole lifestyle, man. I used to love the rain till the day Katrina had came. I used to love flying high until I witnessed the planes hitting the buildings. Never thought that I'd see so much pain. People work the 9 to 5s and they live like slaves, but minimum wage is nothing when gas price raised. The time for better days somehow, some way, cause that was all yesterday, cause today is a new day.
Hey, that's what's up. Yo, we got Bishop Banks in the clubhouse. I want to see if he want to jump on this beat right quick. What you think, Bishop? You in the clubhouse? We know you like doing some freestyle. You want to jump on this beat right quick?
Don't hurt nobody.
He got the mic. What's up, Bishop?
What's up?
Hey, you want to jump on this beat?
That's what's in my cup.
It's Freestyle Sunday.
Feel right. The only power of God is the only right. I like to flow and move to his groove right, because he is the one that makes me right. I'm free indeed because Jesus went to Calvary for me.
Hey! It's freestyle. It's Freestyle Sunday. That's what's up. We got anybody else that want to jump on this beat right quick? All right. That was fun.
Bishop with the bars.
Yes, Bishop with the bars. They got all these pastors out here. I saw this pastor that was let me see what you call it with the people that be having those white gloves on, the mimes. No. A pop locking. I saw a pop locking preacher on Instagram. I was like, okay, pop locking. He be up, on the stage pop locking. I said, okay, pop locking Bishop, you better break dance in here.
I ain't mad at him.
So yes, we got the rapping Bishop on the line. But yes, thank you for I had to get you to do a little freestyle for us. So thank you for that. Got me all hyped up on a Sunday. All right, so the next thing that I gotta have you do is do a little bit of political commentary, because you were a mayor. You were the youngest mayor in Peekskill, the youngest African American mayor. I think just the youngest mayor overall, right?
We found there was two other mayors in New York that were younger than me. One was 22 and one was 26.
Okay.
So they beat me. Yeah, they beat me.
How old were you when you became mayor?
31.
Okay. So yes. So do you have any thoughts to run again for anything else? Because I'm looking like Cuomo is jumping in the race for New York City.
Yeah, Cuomo was my man. When I was in office, we had a really, really great relationship.
Yes, I remember seeing a picture with y'all.
Yeah, we had a really great relationship. He helped me. He literally helped me save a life. There was a lady in Peekskill who had to get I believe it was a kidney transplant, and the only person compatible to her was her sister. Her sister was in Ecuador. Mm-hmm. So we reached out to Cuomo's office, and he gave us a temporary pardon for the sister to come to the States, specifically for the surgery. So the sister was able to make it to New York, did the surgery, and was able to go back to Ecuador, and the sister survived. To this day, the lady still reaches out to me and brings me cookies and stuff. So, but he literally helped me save a life. So I don't never have anything bad or negative to say about Cuomo. He's been a great support. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. As far as me, there's some possibilities. I work with an organization called National Parents Organization, and an organization called Fathers Are Important, and we're hoping to get some legislation passed for shared parenting in New York. And we've been pushing for about 2 years now. The organization itself's been pushing for about 11 years, but I've been a little bit more active in it in like the past 2 or 3 years. If we don't see any change within the next year or two, then you'll more than likely see my name somewhere out there.
All right, I love it. So speaking of Cuomo, so he's running again for mayor.
Yes.
Adams. So what do you think about that? Because he's been governor. Like, isn't that a step down? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, it would be considered a step down, but a lot of people are going to view it as, if he was able to, run the entire state, then he can definitely put some work in for the city. And voters these days don't necessarily vote as much on the policy initiatives as I remember, the last 15 years. People now seem to vote a little bit more on perception and feelings. Mm-hmm. If Mayor Adams says something that makes somebody mad, they're not gonna vote for him. Regardless of all the initiatives he's standing for. If he says something that makes somebody mad, they're not gonna vote for him. And when I say perception, it's like there's this perception of Mayor Adams now that he's controversial and he's doing things he shouldn't be doing as the mayor, and people losing their jobs. So the media has highlighted this stuff. And I think that's going to make it easier, not only for Cuomo, but it'll make it easier for anybody who's trying to come in and take the position.
Right. Yeah, I think Cuomo might get in because a lot of the other people are like, who are you? And, they know Cuomo. We got a whole bridge I ride over all the time. Former Tappan Z, yeah. So.
And I saw his recent video announcing it, and he's been in politics since he was like, 20 years old, good 40 years, 30, 40 years. So it's not new. He knows what to do. He knows he's paying attention. He knows how to speak publicly. He has a lot of experience. So it would be interesting to see who would challenge him.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good way to get his foot back in the door, and then, maybe he has aspirations for, something bigger, president.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. So we'll see. And they'll have, Noodle Noo as a VP, Okay.
Listen, we do that. We get on the Dr. Jones show first thing in the New Year.
Exactly. Give me the exclusive on it. I'm just saying. Yes. So, there was a blackout Friday, an economic blackout.
Yeah,
so there was a call for consumers to pause on their spending. They were mainly focusing on, the big box stores like Target, Walmart, Amazon, things like that. And they wanted people, if you had to buy something, to spend locally and with cash. So it's basically a protest against corporate greed. Definitely a protest against, the companies that rolled back their DEI efforts and Trump's efforts to eliminate federal DEI programs since he's taken office. So did you participate in the economic blackout?
Fortunately, I was home all day Friday. So pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I got out of work, got the kids from school. We came home, had some spaghetti, played some games. We had a video shoot Saturday morning, so I didn't want to go out, be up late. I kind of wanted to just focus on cleaning the house and making sure everything was in order for the kids' rooms and preparing ourselves for the video shoot Saturday morning.
Yes, so, I heard about it. I was at the diner last night. I hosted a party, and the waitress there was like, Noodle Noo was here.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
I love her. She's so funny. She was there when we met last year.
Yeah, yep.
She was like, Noodle Noo was here.
How's a comedian doing?
I was like, man, she got a good memory.
yeah, she was there too. She was funny, but she was
there. What were you shooting?
So we're trying to create a little bit more awareness around the shared parenting, equal custody initiatives. So yesterday we shot a sizzle reel, and we're going to try to shop it to some networks to see if we can get some funding behind it to create an actual full documentary for it. So that's the ultimate goal. So we were one of the scenes we had was at the diner yesterday.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, so I did good too. I didn't go shopping at any big stores. I was, pretty busy. I'm trying to think. Oh, I covered a Black History event Friday. Now, normally, I do my eating out and stuff. I do my eating out, but we went to a Black-owned establishment on Friday to eat. I was up in Kingston covering a Black History event, so they have a new Black restaurant there. I think it was called Good and Eat, something like that. So we spent locally. So I did.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
For people that missed the boycott, Pastor Jamal Bryant has organized a 40-day Target fast if you want to participate in the boycott. And then there's an Amazon boycott on March 7th through the 14th. I think people are going to have problems with that. People love some Amazon.
The thing about, you said, what's the pastor's name you said that's doing the 40-day
Jamal
Target?
Bryant. Pastor Jamal Bryant.
See, something like that I think is more productive, in my opinion. It's, because when you tell everybody to avoid shopping, on Friday, and it's the weekend, and they just, they don't shop Friday, but they go get everything that they were going to get on Friday, Saturday. It's like,
right,
when you have a week or 40-day protest, I think that's more sincere commitment and dedication. But just saying, don't do this on Friday, then everybody go do it on Saturday.
Exactly. Exactly.
That pastor that has a 40-day idea, that's more like a protest to me.
And then, the thing was, I feel like they picked the wrong day. How are you going to pick a Friday, first of all? And people got their check on Friday. You know what I mean? They done waited all month, and you're going to pick a Friday. The stores, I saw plenty of cars at Walmart, Target, Stop and Shop. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
The people that organized it, they picked the wrong day.
Yeah, they'll need to do like stuff like that. In these days, in my opinion, it's gonna have to be like consistent. Like you have to do it like every couple of weeks because you're going against, the last 40, 50 years of convenience for people. It's just what's become now. 60 years ago, protesting, you could have got people to avoid shopping for 6-7 months. It was just everything wasn't the way it is now. They didn't have the internet prior to 2000. So shopping online has been such a convenience that it's a habit almost to say for people. I remember I've had stuff in my Amazon cart for like 6 months, just like, oh, one day I'm gonna go back and get this. It's so convenient. So to change that, it's gonna take more than just, hey, everybody in America, don't shop Friday. Like, some people don't even take it serious. But if you continuously do that, maybe every month for the third week of that month, we don't shop until we get comfortable with, expanding it to 2 weeks, then we'll expand it to 3 weeks. The next thing you know, by the end of the year, we're only shopping at the mom and pop spots or the independent small business and black owned businesses. But that one day thing, I don't know how far that's going to go as far as like getting people to actually understand the initiative and what the purpose of it is.
Right. So Target has the 40-day fast, but Pastor Jamal Bryant is organizing. Amazon is March 7th to 14th. Walmart, the boycott is April 7th through the 13th. And then the future no-spin days are Friday, March 28th and Friday, April 18th. So I don't know why they picking Fridays, because people got to go traveling on the weekend and, you don't need gas and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what they do for the next ones. All right. So the next story that I want you to comment on, that this was amazing to me. I could not believe it when I saw it on TV. The argument with Trump and Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky. That was crazy. So this happened on Friday. It was a heated argument. It was televised. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. Now, I normally spill tea with my comedian, but I had to do the politics with you because you are our political specialist. So I'm going to play this clip. I was just watching TV and I said, are they arguing? The presidents are arguing. So I'm going to go ahead and play this quick 1 minute clip, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. That's exactly what you're doing. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
President.
All right, so that was Trump and Zelensky. And MVP Vance chiming in as well. Was that crazy or what?
It was Trump has his way of talking, and we're not used to it, and I don't think we should honestly get used to it, but we're not used to a person in the position of a president to speak the way he speaks. You go from somebody like Barack Obama, who just, every time he talks, it's like, I just want to hear. Like, Barack Obama could go on the microphone and sing his ABCs, and it's like the way he said that it just really motivated me. And then you go from that to, you know, Trump as the next president, and it's just like he's disrespectful. You know, he cuts people off when they're talking. His vocabulary is not extremely expanded, so he doesn't use a lot of words to articulate how he feels. You know, he always says something was the worst it's ever been or the greatest it's ever been, you know, without any actual research to what he's saying. But you know, in this situation, it's you know, I think that their purpose was to show that he's like an authority figure now. Like, you know, I think Trump was trying to let the world see, listen, this is how I'm negotiating business. Like, either you comply with what we say, or we're going to stop supporting what you want, because we're cutting off our resources to help you, and you don't even have the decency to respect me when I'm talking. You know, so that's like, that's kind of the perception that I would assume that they put this out publicly for. You know, and plus it goes against, you know, Trump's whole platform of supporting every other initiative outside of the US. So he's just like kind of trying to show his supporters that I'm sticking to my word. You know, I said if we're going to give other countries resources, they're going to respect our country. You know, that's kind of, I guess that's the purpose of him sharing that publicly with everybody. But, you know, like I said, when you're not used to seeing somebody in that position speak the way he speaks, it's brand new, and it just comes off crazy.
Yes, that definitely came off very crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Like, presidents arguing. Like, for one thing, like, y'all should have been talking, you know, without the cameras, and then y'all have a press conference or whatever you're doing. But it was crazy to me. So Zelensky was at the White House. You know, they were, you know, talking about a resource sharing agreement to share Ukraine's mineral wealth and to have peaceful negotiations with Russia. This was following a week of visits from leaders from France and Britain urging Trump, you know, to not abandon Kyiv. So Trump said, you know, basically that they're going to be doing a lot of drilling. He was like, they're going to be digging to recoup all the money and military aid that they provided to Ukraine. But he's still non-committal on providing protection to Ukraine. So I think that's where the argument kind of comes, because it's like, you want this oil, but you're not saying that you're gonna protect us still. So
yeah, I mean, Trump, he's playing a narrative where he's, you know, he wants to, you know, and I don't know the truth behind it at all, but he's playing a narrative where he wants to come off apparently as he's a mediator between Ukraine and Russia. You know, and he's saying that Ukraine needs to make compromises in order to eliminate this continued, you know, war with them. And you know, and Zelensky basically was saying that, you know, Putin's actions were about Russia's aggression. It was not necessarily personal hatred. So, you know, but Trump says that he had like decent discussions with Putin to end the war. You know, but Zelensky's like, you know, we need to preserve Ukraine's, you know, territorial, you know, just, we have certain things that we have to do because we don't trust what Putin's saying. But Trump is saying that I can speak to Putin and get this resolved, but you got to be willing to compromise.
Give us that oil.
Yeah, you know, so, and again, like, we never know what type of relationship Trump has with Russia's, you know, leader. It definitely unfolded a lot during the campaign about how he got support from them and whatever. So, you know, we just got to be careful. That's what I would say.
Yes.
We just got to be real careful.
So what do you think about him renaming the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America? Because, you know, Mexico's talking about suing. Can a president do that? Like, what is the procedure for naming things?
So I don't know if it's okay for him to do that. I know they're having like their sea level issues and whatnot, but to just, you know, change the name, I don't know if that's gonna work.
All right, there's so many more things we could talk about, but we're running out of time. So tell us about your new podcast, Politics and Music.
Yes, me and my partner Jamar and my partner Raheem, we were working with a few school districts in our home city, Peace Hill, New York, with helping kids create their own podcast, and we decided to open up our own podcasting studio. So we're going to start releasing shows every month. We've had some great guests. This young lady named Ashley Polano, Westchester Families, and she's an amazing advocate for domestic violence, shared parenting. Like, she's super awesome. Senator Pete Harcum is on one of our shows. We have a few people that's on the upcoming episodes, but the content is about politics and music and the influence that elected officials and musicians have on our people, especially the last couple of years. You know, we had Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, you know, and the message behind a lot of his performance was, overlooked or even missed by a lot of people. You have people like, I saw Megan Thee Stallion. Wasn't too proud of it, but I saw Megan Thee Stallion, doing her dance and whatever at Kamala Harris's event, but it's just that influence of music and politics. So we created the show, the podcast show, Politics and Music, to discuss a lot of the issues in politics and music and how influential it is to our young voters and even older voters.
I love it. Well, go ahead and give everybody your social media information so that people can keep in touch with you. See, follow.
Yes, keep in touch with me. If you can't find me, call Dr. Jones. Tell you Noodle Noo. She'll tell you where I'm at.
That's right. That's right.
But you can Instagram Noodle Noodle 1217 or Andre Rainey 4 all, the number 4 all. Same thing. Please follow our Instagram page. Fathers are important. We just successfully reached 100,000 followers a couple weeks ago. So we thank everybody that's supporting the initiative for shared parenting, especially in the tri-state area. And you could Google Andre Rainey too. I have a lot of stuff. No, I don't have a private life anymore, so you can just Google. You can find me one way or another. Google Andre Rainey or Noodle Noo. I'm sure I'll come up. And Dr. Jones, thank you so much for welcoming me on the show and airing the Superstar song. I really appreciate that.
Of course, and you are always welcome to come back. I mean, there's so much to talk about. You can be our political experts.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to come anytime. And also, I would love to get you on our politics and music show. So I'll send you some information about that.
Yes, that would be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. So I'll reach out to you in a couple of days with that.
Sounds good. All right.
Tell Mama I said hi too.
Yes,
please.
yes. She's in the clubhouse.
I saw. Number love.
Yes, same here. Tell the kids I said hey.
Absolutely.
And hopefully I'm going to see your brother. We going out to Vegas next month.
Yes. He's looking forward to it. Text me about it. Yeah, it's going to be great.
That'll be dope. All right. You have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too.
All right. God bless. All right, let's go ahead and get back to some more great music. This is a new one by our friend to the show, Blanca. It's called Are You Ready? And keep it locked right here to the Me and Miss Jones show with me, Dr. Miss Jones.
They say you believe it when you see it, but I don't need to see it, I got proof. I'm following the leading of your spirit, and that's the only thing I gotta do. Give him praise, come on babe, better days are on the way.
can find the best urban inspirational music only on the Me and Miss Jones Show. Welcome back. You're still listening to the Me and Miss Jones Show. All right, it is time to bring on my last guest. She is the AKA Chapter President. I want y'all to show a lot of love to Nicole Butcher. Hey.
Hello, Dr. Jones. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for coming on.
Yes.
Happy Women's History Month.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're powerful individuals.
Yes.
And we need to celebrate.
That's right. So shout out an amazing woman that's in your life.
My mother, she is 87 years old.
Beautiful.
Driving from New Jersey to North Carolina, Rocky Mount, like it's, 20 minutes away, and still bossy. And I love it.
That's right. She a firecracker. I love it.
Absolutely. She's a Capricorn.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about the Capricorns, but all right. So I always like to tell everybody where I meet my guests. So I met you through Valerie Sanchez Williams,
yes,
who I met on, I think, Instagram. Yes. And she was telling me about your event that's coming up, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. So thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
You have been an AKA since 1986 while attending FAMU, and I went to Howard. So yes, HBCU's in the building.
That's right.
So what made you pledge? Like, are you from a whole line of AKAs or what?
So, well, yes and no. My family members, they all attended HBCUs.
Okay.
And my brother's a Kappa. Then I have close friends and family members that are AKAs. But so during my high school years, I used to attend their homecomings during my spring break. So I would see the AKAs on the yard and just looking fabulous and classy. And I would say to my relatives, who are they?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like them.
Yeah.
And she would say, those are the AKAs. Those are the AKAs. They're the first. They're the first Black female sorority, and I would also see them do things in the community.
Yes.
I'm born and raised in Inglewood, New Jersey.
Okay.
So many of my teachers, they were AKAs.
Oh.
And during the 80s, during that time, one of the big initiatives was, it was called Africare. And they would display their contributions, the local chapter within Bergen County, because Inglewood is in Bergen County, they would display their contributions and donations to the school on what they would highlight it on what they were donating to the families in Africa. And in addition to that, they would sew dresses, make suits and outfits that would be shipped over to Africa. Also, sickle cell anemia is a big thing within the Black community. So they would do fundraising within the community, within the Bergen County community, to support Black families in Africa, to provide them with the necessary support and treatment for sickle cell disease.
That's beautiful.
So when I got to college, it was a no-brainer that AKA was the way.
Okay,
So
I love that.
I ended up being initiated my sophomore year at FAMU.
Okay.
Beta Alpha.
Yes. I love it that you had teachers that were AKAs. Like, I don't even remember ever having a black teacher, period, let alone an AKA. So that's good that you were surrounded by all that black greatness. That's beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
But I would see all the sororities and stuff on the yard too, and the AKs were always beautiful. I love the Deltas as well. But you know, they were doing a lot of hazing at Howard. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank
all of
you.
that has since stopped.
Now, if people missed it in undergrad, can they still pledge?
Absolutely, they can, but they have to have a college degree.
Okay.
And they must have a C+ average or higher. So we have local graduate chapters. So the graduate chapter here, where we are located, Rockland County, New York, we have our graduate chapter, which is named Pi Psi Omega.
Okay.
So yes, we have. You can, but you have to be invited in. It's different from in college where you have the rush, and it's a different selection process for graduate compared to undergraduate.
Who invites you in? It has to be a current member?
Oh, absolutely. Has to be a current member.
Okay. And you have a certain amount of people that you pick every year?
Well, not necessarily. It's just determined on a year-to-year basis. And what is the need of our chapter at that time? Every graduate chapter within the North Atlantic region and all over the country, all over the world, every graduate chapter, they have their own needs. So it's not a yearly thing where we bring in new members or bring in initiates. No.
Okay. So you are the chapter president in Rockland County. You've served as secretary, hostess, and vice president. So now that you are the president, what is your vision for your chapter?
Well, we're out there in the community, and we have initiatives that we follow for the sorority, and that is empowering our families, building economic wealth, enhancing our environment, advocating for social justice, and uplifting our community. So this is what we do on an ongoing basis every year. So we make sure that we're out in the community, letting people know who we are. We do focus on individuals, minorities, or the BIPOC, Black, Indianish, people of color. So we like to uplift our community in need.
Okay, well, we have a few minutes left, and I wanted to talk a little bit about your event that you have coming up real soon. We also have Whitley in the clubhouse. She's the vice president, Whitley Caesar. So I want to talk a little bit to her. Hey, Whitley, can you tell us a little bit about your event that you have coming up?
Hi, Dr. Jones.
How are you today?
I am good.
Excellent. Of course. I know you guys have an event coming up that you're showcasing the importance of building economic wealth in the community with some women entrepreneurs. So tell us about your event.
Yes, this is one event that we've been working on since last program year. The event is March 16th at Nyack, New York at the local library. And this event is bringing together African American entrepreneurs, especially women. So we have vendors from jewelry makers, mental health doctors on site, jewelry making, candles, any kind of craft, any kind of business entrepreneurship that's out there, we have it being represented that evening or that afternoon. We have 18 vendors we're showcasing. This is our first one, so it's going to be bigger and better each year.
I love it. And it's free for people to get in?
It is free. We just ask you guys come support the local vendors and just bless them with buying merchandise from them.
I love that. Yes, we were just talking about, shopping locally and supporting small businesses. So you're going to be supporting women entrepreneurs of color, and I know it's going to be amazing. It makes me think of Circle of Sisters. Yeah, to that event. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yes, it makes me
it's also a great way for these entrepreneurs to come together and network and share best practices. And some businesses might be further along the other, so it'll be a good afternoon to have the sisterhood, the womanship working together and really encouraging, empowering each other that you got this, you can do this, you can scale up and different things like that.
Yes. So it's at the Nyack local public library. And what's the time again?
It starts, I believe, at 1 p.m. It starts
1 p.m. And tell us the date one more time.
March 16th.
March 16th. So we got a couple of weeks. I will be there. We're going to have a good time. So I'm excited to meet you guys in person.
Yes.
Well, give everybody your social media information so that in case they miss it, they can see the flyer. And if you all have your website as well and you have it up on there, you can tell us that as well.
All right. President Nicole.
All right. So for our national website, it's AKA 1908. And then for our chapter website, it is PiPsiOmega.org. And then our Instagram website is AKA _PiPsiOmega. And you will see on those platforms, you will be able to purchase a free ticket to attend the event on March 16th. And you can also find us or search us on Eventbrite, and you would search Nyack Alpha Kappa Alpha.
All right. Well, give everybody your personal social media as well. If you want.
Well, okay.
If you want. She's like, I don't know about this.
Well, I mean, I'm on Facebook.
You're not looking for no new friends.
You can follow me.
What Drake said, no new friends. No new friends.
Nicole Tinsley Butcher. I'm on Facebook. So anyone could
and I'll say,
can reach out to me.
Don't stalk me. Don't be hating. No, I'm Twin City 21 on Instagram.
All right, ladies. I enjoyed talking with you today. I will see you soon at the event on March 16th.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you all. Thanks for coming on. Have a blessed and wonderful day.
Yes, you too, Dr. Jones.
All right, God bless. Oh, man, y'all, this show, I tell you, these 2 hours go by so fast. I'm like, it's time to say bye. I got to shake the spot. But of course, I want to thank all of my guests that came on today. We had such an amazing time. I want to thank Minister Jason Crawford for coming on with the words of inspiration. Recording artist Andre Rainey, aka Noodle Noo, for sharing his new music and giving us some political tea. Comedian Shermelle, Boss Lady Coleman, for sharing her journey and helping me spill some holy tea. And of course, aka President Nicole Butcher and Whitley as well, for coming on and sharing their event that's coming up. If you miss any part of today's show, the replay will be available instantly on Clubhouse as well as SoundCloud, and I will be posting it up on my website, MissJonesProductions.com. You can also find it on my YouTube page at Miss Jones Productions, and it will live forever on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. All you have to do is search for the Me and Miss Jones Show. Well, you don't want to miss next week. I have a lot of amazing guests coming on. I have gospel recording artist Micah Clark coming on, sharing some new music. I have comedian D-Lay coming on, sharing his journey and helping me spill holy tea. And I have Jeff Garnett from Inkless. He's going to be coming on telling us all about tattoo removal. So if you got some tattoos you won't remove, he's going to tell you all about that. So you do not want to miss next week. I'm here every single Sunday, same time, same place, same channel, right here on the Me and Miss Jones Show. In the meantime, in between time, make sure that you go to my website. My website is MissJonesProductions.com. On Facebook, I'm journalist Miss Jones, and on Instagram and TikTok, I'm Miss Jones Productions. And you can see where I'm doing comedy, hosting shows, my acting, and of course my kids' multiplication music. And of course, you can also go to my kids' website, learnwithhiphop.com. All right, let's see. I got a lot going on this week. On Thursday, you're going to see a new episode of the Me and Miss Jones Show TV show. It's going to be on BronxNet TV, 9:30 p.m. We got a great show, y'all. We got DJ Seven Spirits in Favor. We got gospel recording artist Alex Sales. We're going to have a good time. So make sure y'all check that out Thursday, 9:30 p.m., BronxNet TV. On Saturday, I'm live. I'm at Confessions Bar and Lounge in Brooklyn, 8 p.m. I'll be hosting a comedy, trivia, and bingo night. We're going to have a ball. And you already heard comedian Shermelle say I give great prizes. So come on out, y'all. Have some fun with us. I want to thank everybody for listening today, especially the people that's in the clubhouse. You know I love seeing your beautiful faces. We were packed up in the clubhouse today, y'all. So shout out to Moms, Bishop Banks, Tiff, Bernard, my moderator, Michelle Roach. I didn't give her no work to do today. All my guests were in there. Comedian Shermelle, Noodle Noo. All my guests were in there. My AKAs were in there. Lay was in there. Oh my God, I can't even name everybody. Thank y'all so much for being in the clubhouse today. So in the future, y'all can join us as well. Just download the app in your app store. And we're going to go out to a new one from Dorinda Clark Cole called I Made It. I'm Dr. Miss Jones, the beauty of comedy. I've enjoyed being your host. Until next time, y'all holla and be easy.
That the Lord has kept me. He's kept me from all evil. With my mind stayed on him. I want to tell you this. I've had to climb mountains, ended up in valleys. I've been discouraged, had my share of downs. That's when I heard Jesus' voice. I heard him speak clearly, clearly to me. Said it's not over. All you gotta do is get up and live. Just one more day. Can you just put your finger up and say, God, just one more day? I didn't lose my mind. I could have lost it, but didn't. Every day won't always be happy. Cloudy days may come and bring the rain, but after each storm, there will be sunshine. Yeah. Came to tell you that it's not over. Can't stay there. You gotta get up and live. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not over, my friend. Here's what I want you to do. Get up and live.